I'm Christine Persichetti with this Currents News update. More than 100,000 kids may not be showing up for public school, but the Department of Education won't release the exact number to the public despite weeks of demands from the teachers union and others. All of this has driven some parents to move their kids to Catholic school. Currents News' Jessica Easthope has more.
If students aren't in school, where are they?
Because you're here today.
Parents, elected officials, and the public have no idea because New York City's Department of Education won't say.
Them not knowing that she's even there, yeah, that was even more frustrating.
Lisa Muller-Leo now sends her daughter to St. Mel's Catholic Academy after she attended public school for kindergarten last year. Lisa said she couldn't bear another day of sending her daughter to a school that wasn't accountable for where she was.
They're not protecting our children and they're not fighting for our children's education.
Some reports estimate there might be 150,000 DOE students who aren't showing up for school and some who have yet to step foot in their classrooms this year. When it came to her 5-year-old, Lisa said the DOE couldn't tell the difference.
October rolls around, I get an email saying your child is getting COVID tested today. As far as they know, they have my daughter sitting in the classroom.
Earlier this month, Councilman Mark Traeger introduced a package of bills that would require the DOE to release detailed attendance records.
Where are our children? There are some schools I've heard where attendance is at 40%. That's an emergency. That's a crisis.
At St. Mel's, only a parent can call a student out of school, and every absence must be excused. Teachers mark attendance, and then that data gets put electronically into the school system.
We need to make sure that we are accountable for where they are and for their well-being.
And Councilman Traeger says Catholic schools have been able to communicate seamlessly with parents.
Kudos to the Catholic schools. They've done a phenomenal job. The DOE has done a horrible job.
The DOE has until Sunday to disclose attendance records to the state for funding, but the public could still be in the dark. Councilman Traeger says he's expecting his bills to be up for a vote early next month.
12, 13,
In Flushing, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
Fire union officials took the vaccine battle to Gracie Mansion Thursday to protest Mayor De Blasio's mandate. It comes as the FDNY prepares to shutter as many as 20% of all city fire companies. The head of the department saying only 65% of firefighters and EMS workers have been vaccinated. The mayor says city workers who do not get vaccinated by 5 p.m. Friday will be suspended without pay. Meanwhile, NYPD Commissioner Dermot Shea reports 75% of the force is now vaccinated. The news comes as the Police Benevolent Association's request to halt the vaccine mandate is denied. The Staten Island judge also ordered city officials to appear in court November 12th to defend the vaccine mandate against a union lawsuit declaring it illegal. At the same time, the federal government is indicating that it could be flexible in enforcing its own vaccine mandate. The federal workers' deadline is November 22nd. White House coronavirus response coordinator Jeff Zients says, quote, there is not a cliff here. His team is planning to educate, counsel, and accommodate unvaxxed workers even after the deadline to persuade them to get the shot. A momentous day Friday for the White House and the Vatican, the second ever Catholic president meeting the first ever Jesuit Pope. But if you were hoping to watch their get-together in its entirety, well, that's not going to happen. The Pope and President Biden have met 3 times before, but Friday will be a historic face-to-face, and yet we won't see much of it. The Vatican has canceled the planned live broadcast of the meeting. It's just the latest restriction to media coverage. The Vatican press office didn't provide any explanation as to why the much-anticipated visit between Francis and President Joe Biden wouldn't be broadcast live. Instead, the Vatican said it'll provide edited footage after all is said and done. Their meeting comes amid controversy. Some U.S. bishops have called out Biden over his pro-abortion policies. But Vatican experts like John Allen say that's not likely to come up during this meeting.
In terms of the Pope's social justice agenda, more or less, President Biden is on board, is an enthusiastic ally. There are obvious areas of disagreement, beginning with the life issues, abortion and gay marriage and so on. But neither Biden nor Francis are particularly inclined to emphasize those things.
Instead, Biden and Pope Francis are expected to focus on policy issues like COVID-19, the climate crisis, and promoting common policies to care for the poor.
There is a structural relationship between the United States and the Vatican that dates back decades. And it centers on non-political issues like human trafficking, like humanitarian relief after natural disasters, getting visas for migrants so they can get out of conflict zones. The United States has enormous political leverage. The Vatican has enormous moral leverage. And this is about cementing that partnership.
The meeting comes only weeks before the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops will meet to discuss drafting a teaching document on communion and whether pro-abortion Catholics should participate in it. In September, the Pope was asked about the situation while returning to Rome from his apostolic visit to Slovakia.
Sì, pastore, e il pastore sa cosa deve fare in ogni momento, ma come pastore, ma se esce da questa pastoralità della Chiesa, immediatamente diventa un politico. E questo lo vedrete in tutte le denunce, in tutte le condanne non pastorali.
The Vatican Correspondents Association has protested the cancellation of the broadcast. When the White House spokesperson was asked about the limited media availability to Biden's audience, she said the administration is working to get more access. We'll have a full report on the papal meeting with Biden on Friday. Bishop Nicholas De Blasio retires on November 30th, and this week the Tablet newspaper is bringing you a special insert looking at the life and legacy of the Diocese of Brooklyn's 7th bishop. The Tablet takes you deep inside his ministry to the faithful of Brooklyn and Queens, to his lifelong mission as a defender of immigrants, to a look back at his early years from childhood to the priesthood in New Jersey, to loads of well wishes from across the diocese and so much more. You can see and read it all. Just go online to thetablet.org or pick up a copy at your local church. Meanwhile, you can also celebrate the bishop's years of service another way. Just tune in to Net TV or head over to our website, netny.tv, to watch a special Mass for Bishop De Blasio's Episcopal anniversary, live this Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Co-Cathedral of St. Joseph. The Mass will be shown again on Net on Sunday at 10:30 p.m. and Saturday, November 6th at 7:30 p.m. That is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news.